Okay, so Backlash, which is predicated on being the greatest wrestling match you will ever see. And I can say this was easily the greatest wrestling match that I saw at Backlash. So we'll start with the main event. Orton Edge, very good match. I liked that they did a lot of selling, which also made this match feel kind of long. I feel like they probably could have trimmed out a sequence or two, and this would have been a much better match with a much better flow to it. This match was pre-taped, so it was not a live match. It did seem like they did that to get some different camera angles in. There were times when they had a camera guy in the ring, which made for unique looking shots, but I don't think there would be a camera guy in the ring for a superplex. They also appeared to pipe in some crowd noise, and you could tell also that they also redubbed some of the announcing, because you can see where Samoa Joe is in the background. He's obviously talking because the mic over, but his mouth is not moving. So Orton got the victory with the punt after they hit spears, RKO's, rock bottoms, pedigrees, Olympic slams. They hit almost everything in this match with a ton of false finishes. So, good match overall. It felt like much like their match at WrestleMania. If they could have trimmed a few minutes here and there, it probably would have flowed better. But very good match. The triple threat women's tag match. They did one member for each team in the whole time, which normally works pretty well. Allows for a different flow for the match. But it always seemed like the three were not fully communicating with each other. There were lots of little mistakes and errors here and there where just timing was off. Sasha and Bayley retained, fine. So that means we're not seeing their breakup happening anytime soon. Asuka versus Nia Jax, and then a double countout. I now fully don't blame Nia Jax for not being as crisp as she should be in the ring. She only had a few months worth of training in NXT before she was brought to the main roster. So it's more or less like someone at the main roster went, we want her in now, bring her in now. I don't care if she's not ready. So double count out. Charlotte got involved. Whatever. Next. There was no tag match because the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders got into a cinematic brawl which used golf clubs, bowling balls, turkey legs, shields, cups. And then Akira Tozawa showed up with ninjas on bikes, which then led to a ninja on bike, now bike can be motorized bike, battle, which then ended with them in a garbage bin fighting a garbage monster. Sheamus beat Jeff Hardy in a match that felt like this should have been on SmackDown. When the match that was AJ Styles for Daniel Bryan should have been on this event, but it makes sense. You can't have the greatest wrestling match ever be a match after AJ Styles Daniel Bryan. I got the main belts, yeah. Miz and Morrison finally got to do more of their music video, which was actually pretty funny. They did a decent job against Braun Strowman. Miscommunication towards the end where, the Miz pulled Morrison off of a pinfall, which then led to Strowman getting the victory. Okay. I don't want them to break up because they're so entertaining together. But maybe that's part of the hacker angle. Who knows? McIntyre Lashley. I like how Lashley jumped in from the beginning. It was McIntyre on defensive. It did seem like they made a couple of mistakes. There's a spot where it seemed like Lashley went to pick up McIntyre. Looks like he didn't get a good spot, didn't get him posted up properly, then kind of drilled McIntyre on his head, which then had a little bit of sloppiness here and there. But great hard-hitting match. If you thought Lana, who was told to stay in the back, would come down and then inadvertently costing Lashley the match, you were correct. But, good match, worked well. Didn't seem like it needed to be on a pay-per-view, but, whatever. And I think that pretty much covers the event. what I will say I have noticed, you can tell the difference between the wrestling fans who are the NXT PCs and the guys who are there for a paycheck. Because when they pan to the crowd, and some people are kind of going, "Let's go Orton, let's go Edge." It's like, oh, you can't cheer for both guys. And other people who are like they're excited, they're into it. I'm like, that's a live crowd. Live crowd would be excited about this. But man, these things are a chore to get through.